Hey, welcome back to Two Lads Garage. Wife and I decided that yesterday we were going to take the boat out. We had a great day. Thing is, yesterday was kind of toasty, and when we got back in the truck to load the boat up and bring it home, air conditioner wasn't working. And what the problem appears to be is just the fan blower's not working. So anyway, these GMC and Chevrolet trucks are fantastic trucks. But I've also noticed, because I've had other GM products, that this is kind of a GM thing. So I'm going to show y'all how to go about fixing the fan motor blower. Because to be honest with you, I don't really know what's wrong with it right now. I got an idea, but not positive. So let's go. Alright, so I'm going to try to show y'all here. This is just a review. This is a 03 GMC. Same thing as a Silverado, except the grill and this little emblem in the steering wheel. It's about the only difference. So anyway, go to turn the fan on. 1 through 3 hadn't been working on a while. It's been on 4 and 5. I'm going to take care of that while I'm at it. But 4, nothing. 5, nothing. Hit all these miscellaneous buttons. It's not responding to anything. Temperature, position, nothing. So that's what we're working with. Go see if we can't figure out what exactly the problem is. Alright, so down here in the door opening, I've pulled the fuse box off and looking inside the cover, trying to figure this out. We got one right there that says HVAC, that's a 10 amp, and then a heater AC that's a 30 amp. Go check the low-hanging fruit first, see if we can't figure out exactly where it is or what it is. Maybe I just blew a fuse. Maybe this will be easy fix, but be honest, I'm not counting on it. I can tell this fuse has been pulled before because the numbers flipped over. But I'm using the first fuse puller I can get my hands on, small vice grip, and I could hook a meter on this, but I'll show you. Hopefully it'll show up. This fuse is not blown, so that's good-ish. Alright, and there's a 30 amp just above it. Let's see what we're looking at there. Oh, come on. Yep, fuse element is good all the way through. So both these fuses are good. That's not a problem. Now I'm just kind of looking just to see, make sure there's nothing else that might be in here. Looks like I struck out on that. Let's see what else I can come up with. Alright, so up under the hood we got a pretty big fuse block, which I've taken the cover off. Go roll through here, see if I see anything that might possibly have something to do with it. I wouldn't think it would up here, but then again I see radio, so for whatever reason that's up here. AC compressor, 10 amp. I think we're good there, but I will double check that one. Fog lamp, horn. I got a story to tell about that fuse. Remind me, I'll tell it to you. Blower, 40 amp. That may have something to it. It looks good, but I may get a meter out and double check it, because I can see the solder and all inside that. We'll go on, check those two 10 amps. One says BTSI. Maybe that has something to do with blower. I don't know what that means. And I want to double check this one. Ooh, might want to think about getting a new battery too, because that's 5 years old. And I like to replace my batteries before they leave me somewhere. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's good, but I'll leave it right there just to double check. Good. Alright, so to test these fuses, try to cop that so you can see it good. I've got my thing on continuity mode, and it's showing 1 right now. It's open, and what happens when you touch 2 leads together, see how it changes? That's when you got continuity. So a blown fuse naturally wouldn't have any. So, see? Numbers are changing while I got both sides touched. That's good. So now we can definitely eliminate it. I'll just pull this one back out to show y'all. Alright. Yep, good fuse. So we knocked out the low-hanging fruit, and that's important because that saves you from, darn tree, that saves you from having to go and tear into the dash and the rest of the vehicle, whatnot, trying to chase things. If all you got's a little bitty fuse that costs less than $1, always check the low-hanging fruit first, even if you're like me and pretty sure that's not the problem. Hey, I've been surprised before. And it would make a blower quit working altogether. So anyway, let's get a little deeper in this. Alright, so down here in the floorboard, well, between the floorboard and the glove box, we got this black plastic cover. And where my finger is, I know it's kind of hard to see it, there's a hole there. And up inside there's a 7mm nut. So I'm going to go ahead and, anyway, 7mm nut up in there. So I'm going to go ahead and start work on getting that out. Alright, so here's the cover out of a vehicle. 3 screws. That one's the first one I showed you. This one I had to find by feel. This looks like there should be one there, but there wasn't. And then this one was a 6mm. Why? Why couldn't we just have all 7s or all 6s? Why do we have to have 2 sizes, GM? Oh well, not that big a deal, but still frustrating. Alright, so that puts us down here, where we got all kind of umpity squat, and I don't know what's what. But somewhere, there's a blower motor. There's a blower motor. Let me find it. I'll bring you up to date, show you where it is. Also, the selector, that's bound to be down here somewhere. So we need to find that as well. Now, sometimes when you're a fish out of water trying to decipher parts, your replacement part will help you. So you see here we got the idea. We got where the pins are and how they arranged and the mounting screws. And the fact that there's a black and red wire coming out of it. Now we go up under here and we see something that have a harness going in, similar screw pattern, and a red and black wire. So that's the resistor to change the blower speeds. Now back here, we also know that's the blower now for sure. It's a Bosch, pretty good one actually. But what I haven't found yet is a screw to hold it in, so I have to figure out on my own how to get that thing out and test it. This I'm sure is bad because, well, my granddam did the same thing, so that's an easy fix. But my question is, will that fix everything? Doubt it. But I'll try that, and if that doesn't work, then it's off to the blower motor itself. Alright. Piece of foam fell out, that's alright. Unclip this. They put this wire all the way in the back against the firewall, because you know that's a great place for somebody to have to unplug it. Can't see how to release it, nothing. But do like I said earlier, take your replacement part, get the design, they also say that before you work under the dash or in this vicinity, you should deactivate the airbags. Probably some truth to that, but I'll pass on that. Now this does not look near as bad as the one that came out of the Grand Dam. But I'm still betting that's a problem. So let's go ahead and get the new one in. Also, when you remove the wire, take note of how you took it out. I know the latch is on the bottom of it now. Good, there we go. Make sure you actually put the old one away and you don't put the old one back in. Now, for what it's worth, I don't think this is going to fix it. I think this is going to fix the blower speeds, but not the actual problem of the blower not coming on. But it might. I mean, I think we're all good for pleasant surprises. I say this because about 6-7 months ago, I had to do this on my Grand Am, which was much harder to get to. That's forward, righty-tighty. Alright, so the resistor thingy here has been replaced. Pull one where it says trash. Now, there is a distinct possibility this will fix it. There's also a very distinct possibility that the blower motor's gone bad, so what I'm going to do now, test it. Ah, that was all it needed. Alright, so that's a good thing. That thing just went completely out, so I'll have to change the blower motor. Here we go, the cover is back on. I found that to be very helpful. This is my little 7mm on it. And the 6 for down there because they thought that was a good idea. Got everything back together and it works. Hey kids, before YouTube, we had a different way of finding out how to fix our own vehicles. He used to sell these books at most auto parts stores. You had Chilton, you had Haynes. For this particular vehicle, I have Chilton's. And these were repair manuals for specific vehicles, written by mechanics, help you out. This is how we used to do things. And some of us more nostalgic people, we still like to use these. Also, if you think I'm just watching other people's YouTube and poaching their information and sticking it out there, not necessarily. Alright, so fortunately I didn't have to mess with the blower motor. I will say though, if when you get this far and yours doesn't work, next test would be to test the blower motor, and I will refer you to my video that I did on my 2001 Pontiac Grand Am, because that one did need a blower motor, and I go through that, how I tested it and all. So the process is identical. Both GM vehicles and pretty much any blower motor you would test in the same fashion that I did that one. So like I said, if you need to go further, I'm going to refer you to that video. Just change the name from Pontiac to Chevy GMC. But if you would please go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. They help me out a lot. They help me bring you more stuff, better stuff, help me save old cars, and provide you with entertainment. Subscribe, it's free, no obligation, cost you nothing, easy to do, takes a second. Now earlier I had mentioned that there was a funny story to go along with the horn fuse, and I'll go ahead and share that with you if you'd like to hear it. This was my father-in-law's truck. Peace be with him, I miss him dearly, but when he passed away, my wife and I got this truck, and it has been a great truck. It has made someone that was born and bred and bled blue a Ford person kind of like a Chevy. I like this thing. I wish I could have a few more of them and just drive trucks like this the rest of my life. Anyway, already getting off topic. The horn button. My father-in-law, he was not the most mechanical. He wasn't the most mechanically inclined. Was not a very techie person at all. But a lot of times he would like leave the keys in it and lock it, but leave the windows down and then just reach in and open it. And that will cause the horn to go off and all. I've never had that problem with this truck except when I've accidentally done that. But he used to think the horn would just go off at random times. So when after his inspection was inspected, me and him would go and we pulled the fuse out of the horn. We only put the horn fuse in for inspection. Well, one day my wife was with us and we were doing that. Trying to remember exactly, but my father-in-law, he's sitting in the seat and he pressed the horn button and it would blow, and my wife would be up under the hood looking at stuff and she'd scream, and then he'd be like, well, let's change this, and he wouldn't let me pull the fuse. He just had me do something different, and he would just keep hitting the button, and every time he did, my wife would get like the old black and white horror films. She'd let out a scream like that, and after about the 15th or 16th time, maybe I'm exaggerating, but after many times of doing that, she finally caught on that he was just hitting the button to hear a scream, which I think we both got whacked for that, but hey, it was fun. It's a great memory of the old man now. I really miss him. But anyway, I hope this helps y'all with your truck and maybe give you a little story, a smile on your face. So, till next time, take care of yourself. Bye-bye. I'm going to now go fix the air conditioner on my Dodge truck. Stay tuned for that video.